And the last point, also referring to your agenda of discussions, peace and security and post-conflict situation. Azerbaijan ensured peace by war. So I think this should be thoroughly examined. We've been under occupation for almost 30 years. And during all the previous World Fora on International Dialogue, I was speaking about occupation, injustice, and suffering of the people of Azerbaijan. Almost 20% of our international recognized territories was occupied until 2020, just from the first days of our independence. And 1 million Azerbaijanis became refugees and internally displaced. We've been a victim of ethnic cleansing from Karabakh, Eastern Zengezur. So it was total devastation. And now those who go and visit liberated territories, they can see it with their own eyes. I know that some of the participants will visit liberated territories. So we've been raising our voice. Yes, we were working hard on diplomatic track. All the major international organizations adopted resolutions and decisions, demanding withdrawal of Armenian forces, including UN Security Council, 4 resolutions. But it did not work. There was no mechanism of implementation. Armenia ignored them, and those who adopted those resolutions did not do anything in order to implement them. So we had to achieve peace by war. What we've done in 2020, 44 days of patriotic war allowed us to liberate biggest part of the liberated territories. And last September, we totally restored our territorial integrity and sovereignty. And now we are in the post-conflict situation. And in this post-conflict situation, again, it was Azerbaijan which behaves proactively. It was Azerbaijan which offered Armenia to start negotiations on peace agreement. It was Azerbaijan, the country which elaborated basic principles and even drafted the peace agreement. And now negotiations between 2 countries are being held based on our draft proposal. So suffering of the people for almost 30 years, violation of international law, total destruction of all our cultural and historical sites, including 65 mosques by Armenian vandals, 65 out of 67. Liberation of our territories by force, with a strong opposition from those countries which provide sponsorship for Armenia. Full restoration of territorial integrity and sovereignty last September, and again being a subject of unjustified political attacks from Armenian so-called guarantors. And despite all that, proposal for peace. So now we see positive trends on the peace track. At the same time, on the border delimitation, it actually started. Not only delimitation, but demarcation. And it is happening when I speak. It's happening now. And this was achieved by 2 countries without any mediation. And this once again demonstrates that we don't need mediators, especially those who pursue their own goals and those who don't want to help, but who want to penetrate to our region for their personal, political, and economic interests. And those who want again to put on oil to the fire and to explode the Southern Caucasus. We will not allow that to happen. I think Azerbaijan and Armenia, after 30 years of confrontation, clearly understand that we need peace in the Southern Caucasus, and the peace in the Southern Caucasus can be achieved only through normalization between Azerbaijan and Armenia. I will conclude now, in order not to take much of your time. Thank you for your attention. Wish you all the best, good discussions, and pleasant stay in Azerbaijan. Thank you.